and I Love LA, Fan Zone episode 11. That song has two meanings this week. I love LA, as in I love Los Alamitos. And, of course, the Dodgers up 2-0 in the World Series on the Yankees.
Let's go, Doyers.
Let's go. So
Let's
today,
go, Griffs.
Joined by the Griffins, Jerrod, Terry, and Taeden Rodriguez. Thank you for being here today, gentlemen.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
To be here.
My first question is, you're heading into week 10. You play one of the most competitive leagues, you could argue in the country, most competitive schedules.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
How are you guys holding up physically?
Pretty banged up, but been able to get through the week. Feel like we should be good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm doing well too. We have a great recovery down at the school. It helps a lot.
Do you guys do anything outside of the school recovery, like the cryo or the stretching, or just?
I just try to ice bath a lot. Get some massages sometimes, but I really ice bath a lot.
Look, you're going to be feeling this for a while now, just a couple months, even when the season ends. Like, do you get those things where you wake up in the middle of the night, like you roll over and you're like, it wakes you up because of the pain?
Not yet.
Okay.
What's that old saying? Pain is temporary, glory is forever.
There you go.
So,
all right, let's get going.
Let's get going. Go to the slideshow, please, Murphy. So, 2024 Sunset Rewind Fan Zone 11. Sunset Rewind, where are they now? Your guy, Brandon Captain Solio from Huntington Beach High School, class of 2024. You know where he's at?
No. I want Golden West, maybe?
Yes, good call.
Oh, look at him, looking good.
Golden West
All
College,
right.
class of 2026.
Captain Solo. Do you know any guys from the other teams that we cover, like Huntington guys, or
A few of them.
Yeah.
a couple of them?
We've played them so much throughout the years. You get to know them.
Are you like buddies off the field with any of those guys? Whether it be
with
Harbor,
Troy.
CDM?
Troy
Foster.
Okay.
Yeah, he was at our school for a minute, so
Okay.
yeah. So we're pretty
I
close.
saw Troy and Rossmore a couple weeks ago.
Walking the dog.
Yeah. All right. Sunset Rewind separated at birth. So Coach Alex Alagata, who's the D-line strength and conditioning coach, as well as the special teams coordinator at Huntington Beach, bears a slight resemblance to Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, two-time NBA champion. So,
NBA kicked off this past week.
What happened, Teran?
The NBA just kicked off this past week, so that's a perfect separated at birth.
Is Spoelstra still at Miami?
Of course.
I won a couple titles. All right, good
That's
stuff.
Spoelstra will eventually be in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
You guys are football players, but is that your favorite sport? Like, are you NBA guys, NFL guys? What's your, you could watch one sport.
It'd be football, but basketball is a close second. I grew up playing both, so.
Do you guys play any other sports at Los Al?
Just track.
Yeah, I'm planning on running track too, but no.
What events you track?
100. I'm a 400 guy actually.
So you're a fast guy.
I'm pretty fast.
Oh, we've seen you play
I'm
football.
a
You're
100.
fast.
100. Just
You 100?
yeah.
All right, who are your pro teams? Let's get that out of the way real quick.
For basketball,
Basketball and then the NFL.
probably Lakers, and then
Woo!
I'm a Chiefs fan.
Oh, front runner. How you a Chiefs fan?
I was born in Kansas, so.
Oh, okay. Then you're off
What part
the
of
hook.
Kansas?
Lawrence, Kansas.
That's where my family's from.
Really?
Yeah, my grandma Dole. That's where, Lawrence County,
that's-
right by the college, right?
Yeah, that's
Might
where
be
I grew up.
related.
Yeah,
Uncle
okay.
Dole.
Wow. Small world. That's
Who's your
awesome.
team?
Mine's just the Warriors and the Jags.
Why the Jags? That's an interesting.
Because I used to be a Clemson fan, so I used to like Trevor Lawrence and ETN.
Oh, yeah.
So when they went over there, it was just like okay,
right.
that's my team.
Fair enough. All right, let's move on.
Most player of the week. Who you got?
Lenny Ibarra, 11 carries, 63 yards, 3 touchdowns. Now, here's the thing. In terms of yardage, it wasn't a monster night. But, when I was at that game, I would say for the first quarter and a half, San Clemente kind of felt like they were, I don't want to say the better team, but they were in control.
Right.
And in the second half, Los Al did a really good job making adjustments, and really they were the better team in the second half. And those 3 touchdowns, scoring was at a premium early on. So to get those scores early on, him and Jerrod kind of share the backfield. It's a 1-2 combo, but 3 touchdowns in that victory I thought was worthy. And we only had 2 teams win this week, so
Yeah.
that was easy for me.
So the other team that won my player of the week is going to be Brady and Net. You can see the stats there, 3 passing touchdowns. But I think the key to victory was, you said it earlier in the the review show, that he had 74 yards rushing. He did it with his legs as well, which is impressive. And they got the big win, 44-14 victory, setting them up to control their own destiny next week and get into the playoffs. So congratulations, Brady.
Speaking of legs, how much harder is it to play against a quarterback who can run too as a defender? Like if they're just a drop back guy, you can cover and not worry about him.
Of course, yeah. I feel like it's harder for the D line, keeping him in the pocket, making sure. Because when we get beat, we get beat. But when he scrambles, you got to just turn around and try to find him and make a play.
And then Jerrod, so many times athletes say, "Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball." You share the backfield with Lenny. As a running back, is it kind of nice to get a break? Because if they just pound you every week, play after play, it takes its toll. Is it nice to have kind of that 1-2 combo so you get a little bit of a breather?
Yeah, no, it's great, especially with our tempo that we run. We run like a high tempo offense. So like after 3-4 carries, it's just continuous. It's like good for somebody else to come in.
I'm glad you brought that up. As much as I love Los Al, I hate filming them because there's no break. I can't put my camera down and text updates because it's like, dang, they're running the play
Yeah,
again. Like
yeah.
sometimes their play's halfway over before I catch it, so I got to be on a different frame of mind when I cover you guys.
So TJ Fenton's your offensive coordinator. True story. I was his freshman English teacher.
For real?
Yeah, I was. And TJ has always been very cerebral, very
Yes.
smart, very intelligent. I think in my class, like he did all the extra credit. He got like more than 100%.
Yeah.
TJ's always just been like in the zone, just smart, charismatic. doing
So
a great coaching
TJ
job.
and Cobley barred me from the coach's box because the 2 games I went to this year, I was in between them, and those were the 2 you lost. It was was it Lacerna? Who was the team that they? Sarah, and then the Edison game. So Cobley after the game says, "I don't care if you come and film our games, but you're not sitting next to me and TJ." I said, "Fair enough.
That's
Like,
fair.
I get it. I'm superstitious too."
All right. Sunset Rewind, good vibes of the week. Got a couple things going on. So look, Uncle Richie, there he is playing at Huntington Beach in 1981, I believe, before he's a referee.
Yeah, I was
Look,
gonna say, which one is he, the ref or the player?
he's checking to make sure that referee's spotting the ball right. So you can see being a referee was in Uncle Richie's future there.
Maybe that guy inspired him.
Then, Huntington Beach, Trent Clark, I think, up for Homecoming King. So wanted to put that in there. And then this, I'm going to let you explain this. There's a story here. I won't tell everyone the story here.
Okay, that's me. So the guy on my left or the right of the screen is Brandon Gabriel. He's the son of NFL quarterback Roman Gabriel. Roman Gabriel's on the bottom right. My dad's on the bottom left. They were teammates on the Rams. And Brandon and I crossed paths just through the years, kind of online, because he was a coach for a long time at what was the school before San Clemente? Anyway, we were trying to exchange film. So I said, well, let's try to get together someday. So long story short, Los Al game, he's there. I go and kind of introduce myself to him. It's the first time we actually met. And
That's
I
a
just
great
had a
photo.
nostalgic moment because I'm like, dude, our dad used to practice right down the street at Blair Field for the Rams in the 60s.
In Long Beach.
And so my buddy kind of put that collage together, and I just threw that out there.
That is a great
It's
photo.
60 years ago,
Yeah.
our dads were teammates in the Rams, and there's me and Brandon just
I
hanging out.
had to
It was-
post that. That's just an awesome photo.
Yeah,
I wanted
that was pretty
the
cool.
story behind that.
Yeah.
So the Uncle Richie challenge to Moe and Dull. Uncle Richie, we've got plenty of photos of him old school. So he wanted to see if you and I ever did anything athletic back in our heyday. So here we go. There's Moe.
Yeah, that was the Rose Bowl back in '94 when we lost to Wisconsin. Yeah, I don't know. I guess
So that would have been, that picture's probably December of '93. You're 22 years old in this.
something like that. The only thing that stands out to me about that season was like Edison. We lost our first 2 games.
Yep.
Then I went like an 8-game heater. Ended up playing SC for the Pac-10 championship. Came down to the very end, got the win. Went to the Rose Bowl. You know, at that time, Wisconsin hadn't been there in like 60-something years, so they were paying hand over fist for tickets.
Yep.
We pull up to the stadium. It's a sea of red. Every UCLA fan sold their tickets to Wisconsin people. So I thought, okay, when we get inside, I'll be, we're the home team. Nothing but red. There was a cow in the air floating, those big balloons. And, the irony of that game was we led the country that year in turnovers, the plus minus, and we like coughed it up 4 times that game, and we lost a tight one.
The
But,
most impressive thing about that picture, though, is the hair. The hair.
when I used to have a lot more of it.
All right. Mo hasn't seen this, so
Yes, the
remember
hair.
Uncle Richie said something athletic. I went something athletic, not football related, when it comes to me. You ready for this?
Yeah.
And the picture next to it will verify it's me.
OMG. Were you Spicoli's goofball brother?
That's me surfing at the Oceanside Pier down in San Diego County, and that's like probably 1988, my senior year in high school.
Hey, surfing's a sport. It counts.
Yeah. So Uncle Richie, I did have some athletic ability.
We got to find one of Teran back in the day.
Yeah.
All right, Teran. All right, moving on.
Sunset Rewind on the radar players. So these are gentlemen that are playing some good football right now that you should look for in your programs and at the game if you're attending the games, which you should be. Owen Bowen, number 3, junior middle linebacker for Huntington Beach, doing a great job, contributing, making a lot of tackles for the Oilers on their defensive end.
All right.
And then also Will Harrison, junior from Edison, also in the top Sunset League tackling category, one of the top tacklers.
He's going with that dull bleach look. I
Yeah.
like it. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys, before a game, do you have any rituals you go through, any traditions or any kind of music that you like to listen to?
I mean, music. I mean, I'm all over the place, but I mean, probably something that would get my energy up for sure. Cause but one of our traditions is run out the tunnel. But like personally, no really tradition like just throughout.
No,
the day.
not rituals, but what do they call that? Like
Habits.
if you're superstitions,
Routines.
Like you have to do something a certain way on game day, or the way you put your pads on.
I wear certain bands on my feet. That
There you
every
go.
game, yeah.
How about you?
For me, no, I just kind of listen to like chill music, like raw wave, just kind
See,
of.
so many people say they listen to the chill stuff, which blows me away. I'm so used to people saying, rap, heavy metal, but a lot of guys like to just chill out and get their minds
It's like
right.
leading up, like by like 2 hours before the game, I like to be calm, chill.
It's a calm
like
before the
5
storm.
minutes. That's when that like I play the hard stuff, like with the beat, bass.
There you
and
go.
all that, yeah.
Well, the one cool thing Los Al does is after win at their home games, they play Cool in the Gang Celebration.
That's awesome.
And when I was at your game against San Clemente, you won it literally on the last play of the game. And the second that game ended, they cued the music, and you guys were. I mean, it was the timing couldn't have been better. It was such a fun vibe. I was just videoing everybody on the sideline, talking to their parents. It was a really cool moment.
Yeah.
All right. Terrence takes. We got some new photos of Terrence.
Look
you
at
go.
Taran. Wait, go back to that. Oh, we missed it. All right. Taran has got the Harbor helmet, the crown, the chalice. You look pretty cozy there in that lifeguard chair.
That is the Dawn.
Yep, the dawn.
All right, Taran. The Taran timer has started.
Your mic
Go.
is off.
All right, well, let's get that
Yes,
mic
I
on.
am the Dawn, and I will say, look, if I pick against your team, don't take it personally. It's not anything that I want to do. Like, it does me no good in picking against Los Al or Newport Harbor or anybody.
There's
It's-
consequences.
Yes, it's just business because I want to beat Sleepy Mo in the pick'ems. I want to send him down to the minor leagues, and that goes for his cohort Dull as Kevin Dull.
Okay.
I was. Can I say something real quick? Turn and interject.
Sure.
The running joke when we did this show the last 2 years is no matter who our teams that we cover are playing, I would always pick them. It didn't matter. Fountain Valley could have been playing Modern Day, and I'm picking Fountain Valley. But you've taken this thing so seriously. Now I have to actually start making picks that I really think are going to happen because I really have no desire to lose to you.
Didn't Dan Albano give you a shout out too?
Yeah, because I was beating Steve Fryer and Dan Albano in the pick'ems, went in their weekly pick'ems of their Gridiron show.
All right.
All right, so go ahead. Is
So
that
yeah,
it? All
so
right.
yeah, I just feel that I just don't want anyone to take it seriously. I mean, Jackson Ranger called me a hater. Tommy Tar, obviously.
Wyatt Lucas's dad
Yes.
coined you Taran. I mean, yeah, no, there's consequences. Trust me, I've felt the heat too. Dole's felt the heat. We've all been kind of blasted for our picks, but
Yeah.
hey, that's life in the big city.
Yep. All right.
Thank you,
So
Taryn.
Sunset
That's
Rewind
perfect.
news real quick before we get to the picks of the week. So
Yep.
Woodbridge football coach Aaron Craver was suspended for the remainder of the season because he I guess Woodbridge didn't finish a game a couple of weeks ago.
Did you guys hear about this story?
When they were playing Pacifica, they were losing 29-0 with 8:32 left in the fourth quarter. The game just suddenly ended. So I guess, yeah,
So-
suspended him for that.
Pacifica
I
went
think
up
I
late
remember
28-0. I mean, it was still a relatively competitive game. And I guess there was a bunch of fights. It was getting chippy. So he just took his team and up and left. I guess the CF rule is if you do that, you're done for the year. I mean, you can appeal it, which he did and lost it. I guess he said it was getting real chippy and he was worried about the player's
safety?
safety.
Yeah.
But look, I put that on the refs and the coaches. First of all, the refs can start ejecting guys.
Correct.
Then you call timeout. You bring the coaches together and say, if you don't get this thing together, I'm going to start like throwing more guys out.
Yeah.
Then the coaches go to the sideline. They give you guys the riot act. You don't have to worry about the rest. If I see one thing, you're gone. Like, I mean, I'm sure you've had that before, right? With the coach. Yeah. So you can get control of the game. You can run the clock. Man, to up and leave with 8 minutes left, that's a bad look.
Only 8 minutes too. You could have just finished the game.
And look, if it's 56-0 and they're dropping touchdowns on you, I could see where you might be a little bitter. But 28, that's close.
CIF takes that kind of seriously.
I guess
apparently.
so.
So a follow-up on a couple stories. Football players Jacob Mayava of Crean Lutheran and Michael Butter Tollefson of Tustin both have transferred to out-of-state schools after their eligibility bids were denied in the CIS Southern Section. Mayava is at Kahuku of Hawaii, and that's been confirmed. And Tollefson is playing out at Mountain Point in Arizona. So
I don't know, to up and leave halfway through your senior year to go out of state to another school, that's just, and you guys, well, you're both not both seniors, but, the high school experience with your friends is a special thing. And I just can't imagine leaving the first half of my senior year to go to Hawaii which would be a nice place to live, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
In Arizona, and the season's pretty much over. What are you getting? 1 or 2 games? They're
Yeah.
both scholarship guys at that point. Just get healthy and move on. It's just, and stay with your buddies. That's a weird one. Hey, real quick, I want to ask you guys, this is a question from one of your coaches. Do you guys remember your first varsity touchdowns?
I remember. Well, I only have,
Talk about that. Because
Yeah,
I
I
think
only
they're
have-
both defense, right?
Yeah, I've won. A pick six. Was yours a pick six?
Yeah, pick 6 too.
Yeah. Mine was against Fountain Valley.
Did anybody help you score on
Last
that, or was there a little backstory to it?
I mean, it was we sent an all-out blitz. I was playing corner that game actually.
Okay.
Last year I played corner and safety. I switched between. I remember they kept running slants on me, and I was like, okay, this time I'm gonna drive in. I just drove in.
Was
picked it
Makai
up.
involved somehow?
Makai?
Or maybe it was your
that was
touchdown.
mine, that was
Okay,
mine.
That was it.
to tell your story. Okay.
So like we were playing freshman year, I played DB, so we were playing Newport Harbor, I believe.
Uh-huh.
And
Which
like
was
they
kind of a
were-
heated rival at the time. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
those
so-
games.
So like they just kept like our coaches was preaching like they throw outs, like they like to throw checkdowns.
Yeah.
So they were on the opposite hash. Then the quarterback dropped back and just threw a far out route. And I'm like, no way he's finna throw this.
Was that
So-
Colin Joseph, or was that your old teammate? Do you remember the quarterback for
Jaden
Harbor?
O'Neal.
Was it
It
Jaden
was
O'Neal?
before
It
Jaden.
was
It was
Colin
like- it was
Joseph,
a year
probably.
Had to
before
be
Jaden, yeah.
Kojo.
Okay,
yeah, 'cause
Kojo.
It was 2 years ago.
Well,
Far out route. I just jumped it, so I'm running. I'm getting a little gassed about the 20-yard line. Then like Makai comes like all the way down and comes walls the guy off from me so I can run into the end zone perfectly fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was
Do you
pretty
guys
cool.
keep up with your any former teammates? Do you keep in touch with any of those guys?
Oh yeah, for the most part. Yeah, I see some of them, speak to them, like keep up on Instagram.
Okay. Same for you?
Yeah, last year, mostly last year guys.
Who are you closest with that's gone?
Oh,
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say. Probably some of the DBs we was pretty close with last year. It
Okay.
was, we had a great DB core last year.
Oh, yeah.
Same this
Well,
year.
you know, it's funny you say that because you played as a freshman. Did you play as a freshman?
No.
It was your sophomore year?
It was my sophomore.
Because Cobley said, they couldn't get you off the field last year. You stepped up play after play. Like, they had to find a spot for you on the field just because the way you executed. Like, you're one of those guys that forced them to play you because of how you played.
Yeah, so I actually got my opportunity in it was the spring game against Sarah last year, and I did pretty well. And then it was actually helpful.
Was that the scrimmage where it came down the last play and both the teams kind of ran to the end zone? Was that game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a 1-point game.
That was,
Yeah.
that was a good scrimmage. And
Yeah.
then so I did pretty well, and one of our Jet White transferred out.
I remember
so
that.
we were missing a DB, and I mean they just chose me as the next guy up.
Yeah,
and
man,
I
next
was
man
given the
up.
opportunity.
Took advantage.
From everything we heard, you earned that opportunity. Like Coach Pottios said, they couldn't take you out of the field. And Coach Cobley speaks so high of both of you and just how great of players you are and great of people you are too. And like just
And Kent Backel.
Yeah.
When I told him who we were bringing in, they're like,
they're
oh,
like,
dude,
oh,
great
those
call.
guys, they're like, those are the
Yeah.
best kids. Those are just 2 great young men. So
Now, who's the rugby player? Is that you or Lenny?
Lenny.
Okay,
plays
Lenny.
rugby,
He's
yeah.
a national
Lenny
champion in
Ibarra,
rugby, if
Yeah,
I'm not mistaken.
yeah.
Dude, all right.
and I got to be honest, Jerrod's got a scholarship offer to San Diego State. So
Could be a
I'm rooting for him to
NASDAQ.
go.
And you're looking to
become
play
a
next level
NASDAQ,
too,
yeah.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
you got
sir,
a
I
couple interests.
am. Yes, sir. A few schools interested.
Want to
So
say the
when
names
you
or
said-
keep that under the radar?
We can keep it under the radar
All
for
right,
now.
fair
but
enough.
it's-
Well,
it's
the
a few
one
good
you
ones.
said, so I'll keep it under the radar, but the one you said would be kind of in contrast to where you were born.
Yeah.
Well, way to keep it under the radar. Gee, do the
No,
math.
well,
All right, there's a lot of schools there.
So Michael Huntley had a reaction to Edison's win versus Los Alamitos. Sorry, guys, I got to read this. He said, what impressed me about Edison's win over Los Al was that Edison's quarterback depth with Savi Niumata and Sam Thompson. So, Sam came in and relieved Savi after he was injured and threw a late touchdown pass. So they got 2 great quarterbacks at Edison there, which is a nice thing to have.
The Battle of the Bay and the Edison Los Al games are like games I think about all week, and I'm not even a player. It's just it's a great rivalry. It's a great tradition. It was a good football game.
Yeah.
I would pay money to see that game
That
every
was
week. It was and
incredible.
look, Edison won. It happens. You got 2 good teams battling. You had like 6 on them if I'm not mistaken. So at some point
Yeah.
the streak's going to end. But hey, man, that's just makes next year's game that much more interesting.
So Jen Kurtz, Steele's mom, replied to us. She said, I had inside intel on Ron Miller's music.
Oh, the AI question.
Told you.
She said, no need to pay up, but if we wanted to donate that money to the Huntington Beach Oilers, we could.
All right, Teran, get your wallet
So she
out.
said, we love you guys.
Sleepy Mo, do not tell me what to do.
Yes, get your wallet out.
Tommy Tarr, are you going to open up Kevin's tattoo event? Love to go and see. I'll let you answer that.
Okay, so yes, it is open to the public. Come on down the studio. We've got a couple of Edison moms and players coming in. Edison's probably the most tatted team I've ever seen. Yes. And they've got, I had 5 players come up to me and say they've got guys.
Exactly.
So they're bringing a dude into the studio next week.
So I get to do it right here.
Yeah, we're going to do it in the studio. They got a guy, I don't know who, it's going to be around noon. So anyone's welcome. Just come on to the studio and watch Dull desecrate his body with the lightning bolt.
You know what? I'm gonna up the stakes here. We got Los Alamos Studios here right now. I'm gonna do this. You guys beat Mission Viejo. I'm getting a Los Al tattoo.
Kevin Dull might be
You're
the
gonna
most
look like a
boldest,
Sunset Rewind
but
billboard.
most.
No, the Los Al one would be easy because I could get to LA. It'd be for Los Al and the Dodgers.
No,
That's
it's for
easy.
Los Al. Don't go the
You guys
Dodgers.
get
Get
Yeah,
a Griffin
I do.
tattoo.
Wow.
I like the Griffin idea.
I'm in. Okay,
A
I'm in.
A Griffin.
We're
I'm in.
pulling for you. I don't know if I'm picking you guys during the pick
Yeah.
show, but I'm definitely pulling
I'm
for you.
rooting for you guys, and I went to Mission Viejo, and I'm still rooting for you guys.
That'd be a crazy upset.
I'm still rooting for you guys.
And we'll have another ceremony. We'll bring you guys in with your parents, and we'll.
So there you go. Put it on the record. There you
Wow. All right, I'm writing that down. Go ahead.
Tommy Tarr, HB is older than Newport Harbor, and Newport Harbor opened in 1930. They built Newport Harbor Tower. I didn't know this, 1 foot higher than the Huntington Beach Tower. So this is in reference to
one up.
last week's trivia question.
Correct.
So
Yep.
Huntington Beach was opened in 1906.
I was closest.
That is the answer.
What do you think the population of the school was at that point? 10?
Oh man, who knows?
And what are you doing with the bell tower that big?
Yeah.
With the anyway. All right.
But,
Still there.
Dan Trung, Kevin and Moe and Teran putting in the good work. Good job, gents. Good job for mentioning one team and one focus and one family working together and team cohesiveness. Much needed reminders. Thank you, Dan. Angie Apolinar, love that intro song. Why is USC or any other college team for that matter playing on a Friday night? That's a good question. You had Friday night, you had the USC game, you had the Lakers game, and you had the World Series.
SC,
Oh, right.
in terms of attendance, got really
Yeah.
screwed on that one because well, first of all, Friday nights are stupid for college because you got to get back from work, get ready. There's no time to tailgate. It's
Yeah.
just, and then they didn't know at the time they were competing
Busy
against
Friday
the Dodgers.
night in Southern
Traffic.
I mean, there's a million reasons why. I mean, I got home late that night from the high school game, and I think they weren't even at halftime yet. I'm like, I went to bed, and I love watching those games.
I think Southern California, I think we're maybe the only place on planet Earth where we measure distance in time, not mileage. Like if you're in like Nebraska, hey, how far is it from here? Oh, 10 miles. If you're in Southern California, how far is it from here? Oh, 45 minutes.
Yeah, that's a great
You know?
point. To answer the question, though, it's all money. When you think about the college schedule on Saturday, you got Ohio State playing, you got Michigan, you got SEC game. I mean, you got all these games, and now you're competing with those. So if you
And
put
the Big
an
Ten
SC
Network.
Yeah, and if you put SC on a Friday night, in terms of viewership, which really drives the money, it's going to get a lot more views than they would have on a Saturday because there's just too much competition. Now, it's too bad for attendance because it's a bad look when the stadium is empty and sparse. And believe me, I know as a UCLA fan, the Rose Bowl is always empty. But I'm just telling you, I send pictures. I'm so shocked.
Ouch.
Well, I mean, not always, but usually. No, but it's all for money on the TV ratings. It's good for TV ratings, bad for attendance. That's the best way I can answer it.
JK Pinda, Edison beat Los Alamitos 42-21 in 2019. So somebody was asking when the last time.
Yeah, that was my
Los
bad.
Al.
I
What
forget-
year?
2019.
2019.
Yeah,
That's
that
how
was.
long you have to go back. Okay.
Yeah, that was when Los Al started off really slow, but they played a very challenging schedule. Then picked it up late in the league, and that was the year that CDM went the perfect 16-0.
Was that at Garbers?
Yep.
Was that the COVID year?
No,
Remember they had that ridiculous game with Edison where it's like
that was
6 overtimes?
post-COVID. This is
Okay.
pre-COVID.
Okay, got it.
So
Time flies.
Freddie asked a good question. I'll let you ask this one, or address this one. Will the new leagues reset after this season?
I think
No.
it's every 2 years. if
Correct.
I'm not
It's every 2
mistaken.
years, Freddie. And you can jump or drop like multiple levels. It's not like, like in soccer, the Premier League, you go up one or down one. So let's just say, for argument's sake, San Clemente just laid an egg and couldn't win any games. They could drop like 3 or 4 divisions. At the same time, if like La Habra just kept rolling, they could go up to the Alpha League, theoretically. They use max preps, and there's a whole formula, but it adjusts every 2 years.
So Kaiko's.
But wait, real quick. What are your guys' thoughts on this Alpha League versus the Sunset League? Because you've played them both now. What's the difference in terms of preparation, in terms of just everything?
I'd say we take it way more serious, like playing Fountain Valley or like
Right.
those other teams.
You
that
kinda know.
Can't really, yeah.
Yeah.
And then this year, man.
It seems like in the
San
Alpha League,
Clemente.
there's no place. to
Oh, there's
hide.
no breaks.
Yeah,
no breaks.
schedule's way tougher.
Between you, Mission, San Clemente, and Edison, like you can't play each other non-league, right? So that's 3 good ringers that are off the option or off the table. No one underneath you around here really wants to play you. You got to go to Fresno. You got to go to San Diego. You're playing teams from Hawaii. You're playing teams from out of state. How tough is the travel? Does it matter? Is it kind of frustrating because it's like, dang, we're going up to NorCal this week?
I like the travel. I mean, it's great bonding with the team. You know, that Fresno trip was very enjoyable.
So the coaches make it worth your while as opposed to being on those
Get a
stupid
nice
yellow buses.
tour bus.
Yeah.
Reclining seats.
Yeah, for sure.
Put your headphones on, relax.
Yeah,
All right, you guys got the right attitude. I would have hated it, but
Well,
that's all good.
Kai makes a comment about USC.
What a shock.
boy.
SC hater.
This one's for you, Teran. Teran picks your Belinda. Turn in your tar card, he says.
No, that's from Tommy Tar.
Yeah, Tommy Tar said that. I
Dull.
pulled your admiral status, Teran. It's time to replace Teran's takes and bring in Sunset Rewind's great sideline reporter, McKenna Maloof.
Oh, Teran. You went from Admiral Teran to E1 to E none. You know, there's a saying in the Navy, choose your rate, choose your fate. You chose your Belinda, and now Tommy Tar's the boat.
And I got the win. So what do you have to say to that?
Okay.
Well, Tommy, you can answer.
Sorry,
Rocky
Tommy
won.
Tar, but I played a win, and I want to beat Sleepy Moe Pottios and Dull Pencil.
Dull pencil? Is that a new? I haven't heard that one before.
I mean, it's not sharp.
Oh, very good.
Rocky
Teran.
One said, I
From
remember.
Admiral to E none.
I remember a team in 1969 that didn't get the memo that they were going to lose. Score Edison 21, Fountain Valley 20, knocking Fountain Valley out of the playoffs.
Rocky-
Sunset Rewind, with the exception of Dull, it can happen.
Well, Rocky, that was a nice pep talk, but it didn't work. I was at the Mission game.
Exactly.
But maybe that can apply to Los Al this week because they got another ringer in front of them.
All right, Teran, before we go to our Week 10 picks, tell us what the standings are, please.
Okay, boys. Week 9 is in the books. It's time to recap how everyone
This got to be
did.
quick. These guys have got homework.
Sleepy Moe, do not interject the dawn.
My apologies.
So in week 9, Mo went 3-4. Kevin went 2-5.
Yes.
And I, Teran Rodriguez, went 3-4. The overall records are as follows: Mo is 32-28. Kevin is 33-27. And I am 34-26.
Wow. All right. Let's get
Teran's
real.
up
Let's go.
first.
Teran,
All
you got to
right.
make every pick first this week because you got the
I
lead.
was about to say, to make it a little bit more fair for you and to give you some sort of fighting chance, I will pick first.
All right,
Kevin will
okay.
pick second. And then
Does this
you,
end at CIF or at the end of the regular season, or are we going into CIF?
Depends.
I think we go full
Yeah, if
season.
you win, it ends, right?
We go
Yeah,
back
and
to
then,
the,
then we can do something about playoffs
All right,
separately.
all right. We're in trouble. Let's go.
Can we go back to the slideshow, please, Murph? So, gentlemen, feel free to join us in this week's picks. Sunset Rewind week number 10 games. So, first up, we got you guys, number 12, Los Alamitos, at number 2, Mission Viejo. Los Al comes in with a 5-4 record, 1-1 in the Alpha League, and then you can see Mission has yet to have a blemish on their schedule. So, go ahead, Teran, lead it off.
This is so easy to pick. Mission Viejo is going to spin the block, unfortunately.
Whoa,
as good as Los Alamitos
hey.
is. Hey, let me finish. As good as Los Alamitos is, and I'm glad they had their moment in the sun against San Clemente, Mission Viejo is a whole different beast. They're ranked number 9 nationally on Max Preps, and I just think they check off all the boxes on the list in terms of comparison.
So they don't. These two gentlemen don't even need bulletin board material anymore. You just gave it to them in person.
I mean, what do you
Right.
want me to say?
Okay.
Mission Viejo is nationally ranked.
Okay.
All right, Dole.
Chad Johnson, masterclass incoming.
I'm going. Los Al's winning this game 31-28. They're going to shock the world. Thank you.
Go Dole. And we'll get a Los Al tattoo
And I will
right
wear
under
it,
his lightning bolt.
I will wear it with pride.
Now, is that Los Al going to go on your lower back or back shoulder?
No, I'll go arm.
All right.
Where everybody can see it.
Make it bigger than that.
Mission
There you go,
Viejo
right.
has
Right,
the
Taeden.
longest winning streak for a public school in California. There are no weaknesses. Sometimes you'll look at a team and say, well, we can expose their DBs or linebackers D-line. I love Los Al. I'm pulling for Los Al, and if they pull the upset, I'll be the first to take my hat off and congratulate them. But, I mean, come on, Mission. I saw these guys live. They're the real deal. So give me Los Al. Sorry, guys. No disrespect.
I'm taking.
I'm going to let you pick two, but
Wait.
no locker room material because
wait.
Marina.
Did you just say give me Los Al?
I apologize. You're right, guys. Mission. I've got Mission.
Okay.
Marina came in and popped off, and they're great kids, how they're going to shut out Kennedy, and Kennedy used that as motivation. So you make your picks, but don't say anything that's going to give Mission extra incentive. I'm just warning you. Go ahead.
I'm always gonna put my money on myself and my
Okay.
team, of course. You know, anything can happen. It's football. You know, a bad game and a good game.
You play the game for a reason, right?
Yep, of course. Like we played a bad game, and they say we play a good game and they play a bad game. You know, then it's,
Boom.
you never know.
Problem solved.
Yep.
So you got Los Al, I'm assuming?
Of
Okay.
course, I got Los Al.
I'm also gonna bet on us and
Bad boy.
myself and our ability to win this game.
There
So
you go.
I got us.
All right, good
So
job.
Taeden, is that the tattoo that I'm going to go with?
That's the tattoo you're gonna get right there.
Yeah, you don't get the LA,
Yes.
you're getting the
All
Griffin.
right. All right.
This is for
It's
Griffin,
gonna
not the
be-
Dodgers.
It's gonna be bigger than that lightning bolt too.
All right.
I love it.
I love it.
You can have that lightning bolt in his hand squeezing it.
All right, next up, number 9, Edison at number 11, San Clemente. Edison coming off their first Alpha League loss. They're 6-3, 1-1 overall, and San Clemente 4-5, 0-2. This is probably a must-win for San Clemente, I'm going to say. So Edison,
100%.
beware. Go ahead, Teran.
I'm taking Edison in this one. Julius Gillick's about to have a big bounce back game. Whoever's starting at quarterback for Edison, it doesn't matter. That said QB will find a way to get Jacob Minter and Martin involved. But Julius Gillick will have a big bounce back monster game, and the defense will feast.
Dole?
Yeah, I think must-win for San Clemente and our good friend Troy Copp being the offensive coordinator there. That being said, I think it might be the end of the road for San Clemente. I see Edison winning this game and moving on to the playoffs. And it'll be a close game, but good game. 24-17 Edison.
Boy, if Edison wins, they're potential league champs. San Clemente's fighting for their playoff lives. They played last year, and I think San Clemente kind of hammered them.
Yes.
Boy, I'm fighting for my life here with catching Teran. I got to pick San Clemente just because that's the only way I'm going to catch them. This is a toss-up. Edison's already in, so they're fine. And San Clemente, forget their record. They're good.
Yes,
they
they're
got
good.
guys going to, SC, ASU. They got dudes all over the place. It's at San Clemente. Yeah, I'll take San Clemente in this one. I love you, Edison, but sorry, I'm going the Tritons. Guys, you guys know both these teams pretty well.
Yeah. Go ahead. You go first.
I think I'm gonna go with San Clemente on this one.
Just-
Because like San Clemente's run defense was pretty good when I played them.
You know firsthand,
nights ago.
right?
Yeah, in Edison they rely on the run game.
Right.
So I think San Clemente will be able to like handle that.
I think they're going to pinch, squeeze the box, and force the quarterback
Yeah.
to beat them. I agree. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say this after playing both teams. Both teams are good, of course, but I got San Clemente for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody
Good
would
pick.
have better insight than both of you, having played both these teams already.
Go ahead. What do we got?
Next up, Fountain Valley versus number 29, Elisa Nagel. So Fountain Valley coming in at 1-8, 0-4. Elisa Nagel probably, I mean, they win this for sure. They're in the playoffs. So this is a playoff game for Elisa Nagel. This is Fountain Valley trying to get their first league win in quite some while and their first Foxtrot League game. But that being said, I'll let
right,
Teran
Teran.
start. Who you got?
Elisa Nagel actually has a chance to possibly win the league title, but a lot's going to have to go their way. But before that can happen, Elisa Nagel needs to win. I think Elisa Nagel will pull out the win, but it might be close. Fountain Valley they've been scrappy against some of the better teams like Dana Hills and Northwood, but against Elisa Nagel, the Wolverines will clutch up.
Dole?
I really want to pick Fountain Valley. Love that program.
But-
I coach there, but yeah, I think Elisa Nagel's got so much riding on this game, and I think Elisa Nagel gets it done against Fountain Valley.
I'm picking Fountain Valley for a couple reasons. Remember Orange was like 0-5 and we couldn't believe
Right.
it, and we knew how talented they were.
Right.
This schedule, the record is not indicative of the talent on this team. This is the last game for their seniors. They have nothing to lose. They're not making the playoffs. Elisa Nagel has a little more pressure on them, so Fountain Valley can just relax, let it fly. They'll probably onside it. They'll probably do special team fakes and whatnot. I really, in my heart of hearts, think Fountain Valley is going to get this win and send their seniors off with a good feeling. So
That's
give
a
me Fountain
valid
Valley.
and fair argument, actually, Mo.
And we've seen the people on. They have talent. They're just getting some bad breaks, and it happens. That league, as low down as it is, it's got some good teams. Dana Hills, Laguna
Yeah.
Beach.
Fountain Valley's got some good players,
Northwood.
Tomko and Taylor.
Yeah.
And
So give me the Barons, guys. Any thoughts?
I'm gonna agree with you. I mean, playing with nothing to lose is the most dangerous thing. So
Sunshine gets it.
I got.
By the way, how did you get that name, Sunshine?
It's a pretty short story, but South Carolina is where I started playing football.
Okay.
Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Is that where you grew up early on? Or?
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of when I was younger.
What brought you out to California?
My dad was in the military.
Okay.
So
Nice. What branch?
Marine Corps.
Is he a general?
Nah, he's retired now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service,
Thank you for your
Mr.
service.
Rogers.
Thank you for your service. Cheers.
Exactly.
first day out at practice on a new team, first ever day of football. My head coach, he's like, because I came from California and everybody knew that.
Yeah.
And he's like, have you ever seen the movie Remember the Titans?
Sunshine.
And I was young, and I was like, no. So he was like, go home and watch it.
You've seen it now, right?
And I've seen it now, yeah. So I went home and watched it, and I came back.
Was
and
My Girl the song from that movie? My Girl.
That's a great movie.
Anyway, good movie.
Yeah.
What was the song, that iconic song from the movie? It doesn't matter. Go ahead. All right, you got Fountain Valley. Go ahead, Jerrod.
I don't know too much about these teams, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Elisa Nogales based on the record.
Works for me. All right, let's go.
Number 26, Marina versus number 35, Beckman. This was the game we anticipated might be a 9-0, 9-0 matchup. Unfortunately, Marina got tripped up against Kennedy this week. However, they still have a lot to play for. If Marina wins this game, them, Kennedy, and Beckman would all be 4-1 and share the championship. And then they determine, I don't know how they determine the playoffs. We'll talk about that.
It would be they would determine who's the number one representative out of the Foxtrot, 2 and 3 via like like numbers out of a hat.
Well,
Okay, I'm glad
each
you
league
said
has
that.
their own constitution to determine if it's...
yeah, like coin flips and whatnot.
I'm glad that both of you said that because Dennis Roll is one of the grandparents of a Lacerna player who watches our show, and he's a great guy, and he emails me, texts me questions like that. He said, how would they figure out who gets seated where? He goes, maybe you could ask Moe and Teran on the show, so here you go.
Each league used to be locked into a division, so you knew what division you were going against, and you knew what teams you were going to play from the other leagues
Right.
in that division. So if it's a coin toss, you'd have the league champ, but then you'd have who would be considered the 1, the 2, and the 3
Right.
seed. It's a little different now. I think each league has their own constitution, but then they go with max preps because CIF is a whole different entity.
Correct.
So they can go off the rankings to determine what, because you could have 3 teams from the same league in different divisions.
Okay.
So that's kind of how they do it. All right, Taryn, make your pick.
Who you got?
See, I kind of went back and forth with this last night. I was thinking, well, Marina didn't play the cleanest game, and Beckman's been playing so great, but Marina doesn't have the pressure of no longer being undefeated.
True.
That being said, I just gotta go with Beckman. I feel they're gonna eke this one out, and nothing against Marina, but
Hater.
they didn't heed my advice. I told them they gotta play some clean, solid, sound football for 4 quarters. Gotta take care of the ball. They had 3 turnovers against Fullerton. Can't do that against a team like Kennedy, so I'll take Beckman in a close one.
So this is a tough one for me. I'll tell you why. One of my best friends in the world, Penn Bashong, is the assistant principal at Beckman. And then our good friend Jeff Giuliano from CDM is cousins with Marcello Giuliano, the head coach at Beckman, who's a great guy I've met before, really great football coach. With that being said, I got to go with Coach T and Marina. I think they win and they create that 3-way tie for the league championship. And by the way, Dan Urbanos and the Kennedy staff have got to be the biggest Marina fans in the world this week.
Well, they all are.
So I'm going Marina in this game.
You know, Kennedy played a great game, so I'm going to give him all the credit in the world. But I think that Marina left a lot of points and opportunities on the board. When I watched that film, the missed field goals, the interceptions, the fumbles, the 4th down misses. I mean, you go on and on. And sometimes you have those games. Guys, you've been in games where just you can't get out of your own way. And for whatever reason, it's not indicative of the
happens.
kind of team you are. But they finally had that moment. And it's gone. And despite the disappointment and the hurt I'm sure they're feeling, you got another opportunity. Usually when there's a championship game on the line and you lose it, that's it. But they lost last week, but they're still in position to win league. So figure out what you did wrong, clean it up, fix it. I think they bounce back. Give me Marina. Let's go. Oh, gentlemen.
I don't know much about these teams at all, but I'll take Beckman because they're gonna probably try to defend their undefeated record.
Yep.
You know that's a big thing. That's a big thing to accomplish. So
Ain't easy.
a team playing for that.
Especially nowadays. All right, Jerrod, what do you got?
I'm just gonna throw one out there. I'm gonna go Marina.
There you go. He's a Viking.
That's
All right.
great. We got some
Let's go. We got some
Stuff going on,
discrepancies
yeah.
here.
Number 17, Newport Harbor. Number 16, Villa Park. So Newport Harbor 3-6, 2-2. Villa Park 6-3, 2-2. Kind of an early playoff game. I mean,
No, it's the playoffs
Yeah.
for Harbor. And even then, it's... Well, no, they'll get through. Go ahead, Taran.
yeah. What do
Okay,
you think?
Sleepy Mo.
Keep in
Whoever-
mind that we've got Harbor fans who are watching the show, like the Admiral.
Sleepy Mo, do not interject the Dawn.
All right.
I'm going to tell you this for the last time, and if you do it again, I'm going to get Auntie Maureen to show you what for.
Maureen.
Oh,
That's
brought
an
it-
inside
he brought
joke.
up
That's
Maureen.
yeah,
Wow.
right. He's gonna lasso me.
Anyway, so yeah, whoever wins this game gets third place in the Bravo League. That's pretty much all there is to it. Because
So?
both teams lost to Yorba Linda, and
And
Yorba Linda
guaranteed
has
spot
the
in the playoffs.
tiebreaker, and then San Juan Hills is pretty much the top dog in the Bravo League.
So who's winning this game?
No, it hurts. It hurts so bad. He's gonna really upset Tommy Tar. Finish it. Let's go. Clock's running.
I'll take Newport Harbor.
Yay!
Wow, attaboy,
All
Teran.
right.
All right.
I agree. I'm going to go with the Sailors. Sailors win, and they get into the playoffs.
Sorry, guys. I love Harbor. Danun's going to probably excommunicate me from his house, and that's going to hurt because nobody parties like that dude. I've seen Villa Park a couple times on film. They've got that quarterback who's lights out. They're physical. They're 6-3 with an outstanding record. I want Harbor desperately, but I'm taking Villa Park. Gentlemen,
Give me Villa Park. I've
Yeah.
seen some film on them. They're a solid team.
I'm gonna go Newport Harbor.
all right.
My man Jerry,
Yeah.
Jerrod.
Jerrod, how do you not know a guest name? That's like unforgivable.
Sorry, just sleepy
So-
mode.
I
do not
apologize.
question.
by the
Suck,
way. It's
yeah.
Sorry,
unacceptable.
Jerrod.
All right.
Number 19, Huntington Beach versus El Dorado Epsilon League game. Huntington coming off that tough loss against Crean the other night, 5-4, 2-2, and then El Dorado 3-6, 1-3.
Go ahead, Taryn. Be quick.
HB is going to spin the block on this one. They know that if they win, they are for sure in. Brady Edmonds bounce back masterclass game incoming.
I agree. Huntington's going to go huge in this game. I see them taking care of business, getting in the playoffs. Oilers win.
Here's what's crazy. If they lose this game, I think they still finish third, potentially. I'd have to look, which would actually be better in terms of like going to an easier division. But you can't play like that. You can't think like that. I think Huntington, they're coming off a tough loss, and it seems like every time they have a bad game, they bounce back with a good one. Give me the Oilers.
Yeah, give me Huntington Beach.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go Huntington Beach too.
All right. Your boy Foster. Let's go.
Yeah, Troy and Brady.
Troy and Brady.
All right, number 18, Corona Del Mar versus number 8, Yorba Linda. Yorba Linda, a top 10 team now in Orange County, playing some good football. This is a must-win for Corona Del Mar. This is a tough one. Yorba Linda, well-coached. Jeff Bailey, UCLA guy.
Yep.
So
Go ahead, Taran. I'm sorry.
Yorba Linda is going to win this one. Jeff Bailey masterclass incoming. Yorba Linda is just too big and physical for Corona Del Mar. It was great that Corona Del Mar had their moment in the sun beating Tesoro, but let's kind of be honest. Vaughn Steiner, sadly, just did not get a whole lot of time in the pocket, and they just struggled to move the ball, and Tesoro really kind of missed Cash O'Burn. So against a team like Yorba Linda, they want revenge for last season, and they probably circled this game, and they know the Mustangs or Yorba Linda could have a chance for a possibility of maybe clinching a share of the league title. But that's a massive maybe. But
Go ahead, Dole.
this is
Give
the
me Yorba
third year in a
Linda.
row these teams have
Go,
played.
say it again, Taran. Who you got?
give me Yorba Linda in this one. Jeff Bailey masterclass incoming.
So this is the third year in a row they've played, correct?
Yep.
Split. So this is a grudge match here. You know what? Zach Giuliano, Brady and
Is he
Nat.
back? How's that hammy? Was Giuliano playing?
He did not play last week.
He's still a part of that team, though.
Yeah, well, how much does that him? You can cheerlead all you want, but unless you're
Brett
executing
Clemmer.
on the field. Like,
All those guys.
I'm sure Makai Lemon's
Wyatt
still
Lucas.
a Griffin. How much does he help you guys?
And Kevin Heddig
All right.
get the job done. CDM wins.
Love my CDM nation. Big fan of that whole staff, the players. But look, I'm fighting for my playoff life here with Taran. I'm not messing around. Give me Yorba Linda. Go CDM.
Yeah, I'll take Yorba Linda. I'll take Yorba Linda.
Yeah, I heard you guys speak on Yorba Linda a couple times, so I'm gonna go Yorba Linda.
All right.
Sounds solid.
All right.
They're a good
We
team, yeah.
Okay.
Newport Harbor Sailors football broadcasting home games for the fans with Teran Rodriguez. So, Teran, if Sailors win this week and get in the playoffs, might be doing some broadcasting.
Perhaps.
Okay.
All right.
If you're a Huntington Beach fan, listen in live with Dominic Lorenz for the Oiler games. Also, save the date, February 22nd, 2025. That California Showcase at the Great Park in Irvine. What a wonderful event, Coach. Talk about it, please.
A lot of opportunities for players. If you feel you're being overlooked, if you think you can play at the next level, and I say this all the time, if you start in Orange County, you can play at the next level.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be Ohio State. It doesn't have to be Notre Dame. They play Division II. They play Division III. They give money away, and all those coaches from all across the country are there looking to give that money away. So it doesn't cost you anything. It's free. It's a great opportunity to, kind of show out and show those guys who you are. Are there some Los Al dudes who you don't think are getting like kind of that next level look, but you think are worthy of scholarships or at least playing at the next level? You want to give a couple shout outs real quick?
I don't know how Lenny's recruiting is going, but he's a dog for sure. He has a motive.
Lenny's your guy that you think is the next level dude?
100%.
How about you?
I also think Lenny hasn't. I don't think he has been getting no recruiting love. I think he's
Is he a junior or senior?
junior.
Yeah, so
This
he's
would be a
got.
perfect opportunity for Lenny. He could go.
Well, you got to be a senior.
Oh, senior. So next year, that's right. So keep that in mind, though.
Check it
Any
out.
of your teammates that are seniors that are considering playing the next level, this is a wonderful opportunity for them. And finally, go Dodgers.
Oh, threw that in there. I love LA.
Go Dodgers.
Thank
So,
you
guys,
to JP West Media as well.
Yeah, how do you miss JP West?
No,
No, you
Yeah,
did.
I did.
Is there another? Yeah, don't miss
that
it.
was
Thank you, JP and Ferguson,
JP West.
and McKenna and Emma.
no, we do the thanks at the end of the show.
Well, the show's over.
But you
Well,
didn't give
we-
him a slide.
Yeah. Thank you, Teran.
So, gentlemen, before we go, thank you so much for joining us here. A couple questions for you. Any teacher that you'd like to give a shout out to at Los Alamitos? Say hi to.
Who's your favorite and why?
Shout out Miss Bro. She's my math teacher and also TA for her teacher.
What
teach
math
her
are you
grade.
in?
I'm in data science. So it's
Oh
like,
my gosh, holy!
That's you guys are pretty
That's
academically
way
sound,
higher
right?
math class than I
A&Bs.
ever took.
I don't even know what that is.
I'll probably give my shout out to Mr. Strong. He always, every time we walk in, greets everybody, nice energy,
All right.
teaches very well.
What's he teach?
Math.
Math.
Yeah.
Man, who likes math teacher? That's crazy. Two
So-
for two. All right.
Los Alamitos has a lot of great restaurants. What's your guys' favorite?
give me Mama's.
Mama's. I
Mama's.
love Mama's
Give
too.
me
That's a
Mama's.
great call.
I don't really go too many restaurants in Los Alamitos. Yeah, I don't even have an answer.
Do you have a restaurant you recommend? It could be anywhere in the OC. What's your go-to? Come on, it's Saturday. Mom and Dad want to take you out. Where are you headed?
like go to?
You get to
Like,
call it.
I like Chipotle. Like it's no
Chipotle-
restaurant.
all right.
I just like Chipotle.
It's just
And it's
good.
cheap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
just-
it's a good go-to.
Good choice.
Well, I will do some thank yous now. Please like and follow us on social media platforms, X and Instagram at sunset_rewind. Check out the website, sunsetrewind.com. Got the stat leaders being updated weekly, so please subscribe to our channel on YouTube as well. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section on YouTube. Thank you to JP West Media for their contributions. Thank you, Teran Rodriguez, Emma Burns, and McKenna Maloof. Great sideline reporting. Nick Burns for his support as well. Our directors and producers, Murphy Cargis and Cole Menzinger, and Sam Bray and James Croppy over at Golden Com doing a great job helping us out with statistics and other stuff.
And thanks to our special
Thank you
guest
to our
coming in,
special
Griffin
guest,
Nation
Jerrod
getting
Terry.
represented.
Thank you guys.
Go beat
Taeden
those
Rodgers,
Diablos.
And once again, Jerrod, there was a wonderful college in San Diego. They're called the Aztecs. If I could just encourage you to go to that school, we need all the help we can get at San Diego State.
So does UCLA.
And you would
Or
be
USC.
great at San Diego State. And congratulations to you guys both for the scholarship offers you have so far.
Thank you.
It's going to be fun to watch you finish out your high school careers, but it's going to be even better to see you guys at the next level. We wish you all the best. God bless both of you, and thank you for being here today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sir, thank you for having us.
Good job, guys. Crushed it, as always.
USC
do it.
football is back.
For episode 11 of the Fan Zone, be back with playoff edition next week. So
Big one next week.
We'll know who's in the playoffs and who isn't. And,
We'll know if Dole's getting his I Love LA tattoo.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us today. Take care. See you next week. God bless.
Happy Halloween.
Yes.
All right.